Real estate market is well underway now, and while the market ebbs and flows, as we know, one thing's for sure. The rules of real estate are ever-changing. So Erica Reddy, who is a real estate broker, is back with what we all need to know about these new rules and some creative ways if you're looking to buy a home. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
What are the new rules, Erica?
Great question. So we've got TRESA, which is the Trust in Real Estate Act, effectively that's come into play. And that the big changes to note is self-representation or a designated agent. So meaning you can represent yourself as a buyer or seller or have a designated rep. That's the real big change. We've shifted from customer to client and then self-represented. You also have the ability to disclose competing offers. So if you're representing or a seller is, you can actually disclose the offers on the table. And then there's
that's up to the seller though, right?
Yes.
They have to say that they're okay with you doing that?
Exactly, yeah. So that's at the seller's discretion, great point. And then a little bit more regulatory kind of backing that's come in with TRESA as well.
Okay, so let's talk about navigating the market right now, because you know that I'm trying to navigate the market, looking for a house for our family. I know that you were as well. And you're saying one of the things you can do is to look at some old school methods of trying to lock down that house for many people that are just having a tough time trying to lock down a house right now.
Totally. So the old school methods, I mean, they seem so simple, and this is why I almost kind of laugh saying them out loud, but going to the real roots of door knocking, letter writing, and spreading word of mouth. And I mean, you can do this if you're representing yourself, you can do this in conjunction with an agent, but I just find taking it old school, these techniques really allow you to connect with the seller when you've honed in on where you want to be.
Okay, so I want to play out an example here. Okay, can we do this?
Of course.
Because people are like, okay, I can knock on doors, but then what do you say? So let's pretend I am the homeowner.
Absolutely.
You're looking for a house. You walk up to my door. Okay, you walk up to my door and you're like, knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
And I'm like, hello, who are you? What do you say?
Great question. So, hi, I'm Erica. And then I love to establish the obvious. You don't know me.
Right.
I am a total stranger.
I don't know you.
But
why are you on my doorstep?
But I really love your house. And can I tell you a little bit about myself?
Okay.
So I've been looking in this neighborhood. I've really wanted to find a house close to the school that my daughter's at.
So this is a true story. This is what happened in your life.
This is actually what happened in my life.
Okay.
And your house really stood out to me. And I thought, could I at least knock on your door and maybe see if you were ever thinking of selling?
Because what's the harm in that, right?
Right. There's no harm. And I've established, okay, this is who I am. I am a stranger. This is really quite awkward. But what's the harm in making that connection? The worst thing they can say is no. The best thing they can say is yes. And if this sounds crazy, you can have your agent do this for you. You don't need to do this.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. You can ask somebody to do that. Okay, this letter writing idea.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about what you would include in a letter.
Definitely. So I think with letters, first thing we've got to set the stage. You have to make it personal. So many letters and so much spam is ending up in people's mailboxes. So you want to be genuine. You want to make it personal. If you're comfortable, I would suggest throwing a family photo or maybe a picture of yourself in just to make it really personal. And then if you can address it to the homeowner, amazing. Again, this is where an agent can really be helpful to get that information. And last but not least, sign it. Sign it with a pen. Put your name on it. So again, it really pops as something that you've done.
And you've done this too.
I have also done this.
And you've also helped me to do this too, which has been really, really helpful. Okay, so how do these, that's for somebody looking at buying a home, but how does this benefit sellers as well? These techniques.
So, I mean, if you're a seller, think about it. You all of a sudden have somebody that's walked into your home, I mean, potentially with the door knocking or written a letter, and you go, oh, actually, I was thinking about selling. And at the end of the day, now I don't have to go to market. I've got a personal touch. I know the person that's buying it. I don't have to go through all of the, marketing and staging and people in my home. I've got face-to-face connection. Yeah. And I can put a deal together.
And let's talk about, because Erica, when you have to stage a home, that is an expensive endeavor for a lot of people, right? The painting, the furniture, the decluttering, all of those things. And you have to mostly get out of your house, to do all of that stuff. It can become quite expensive.
Totally. So this takes, I mean, it's a totally different way of going about it, but it takes a lot of the expense, the stress, the headache, the move out, all of the things you mentioned. And then it adds a really interesting personal layer that you might not get in a different type of setting.
Well, I'm really excited that you found a home for your family.
Thank you.
Erica, thanks so much for being here today.
My pleasure.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.